You have just stepped into the world of FRC, and this is your ultimate guide. Hello everyone, my name is Ignacio. I'm a grade 11 student in a high school in Canada, and I have competed in the FRC 2 times, and it was actually our school's first time ever competing 2 years ago. So I was one of the initiators with my school to join the FRC, and it has truly been an incredible journey. And at the beginning, it is a bit confusing. So this is a guide that I wish that I had and our team had at the beginning of starting robotics. So this is your ultimate guide to FRC. I'm going to be explaining how FRC games, the event, and the overall competition flow works through my perspective and perspective of other teams. I'm also going to be giving the do's and the don'ts in the competition, because trust me, there's a lot of don'ts that you just do not want to do because it is a big waste of time. And the main takeaways that I wish I had as a rookie team. But if you want to see the 7 key takeaways that I have from my first ever FRC and my second FRC competition, you can see it up here, as well as vlogs, which I have filmed of the 2, actually 3, because I'm gonna head over to one in about a week or so actually. So those 3 will be uploaded onto YouTube, and those are great insights on how the competition actually works. So I'm doing this so you feel prepared and you're not overwhelmed. Do not worry. The FRC competition starts overwhelming. Trust me, it will be overwhelming. But I'm sure that if you prepare enough and your bot is actually ready for the competition, you will feel miles ahead of at least the other rookies and of other teams as well. And that will also make you feel a lot more confident in the competition for you to do better. So without further ado, let's start with the season timeline. So the way it works is that FRC starts in early January, and it spans around 6 or so weeks till the first regional round. Pretty much you have 6 weeks from the beginning till the end to create a robot that works and gets as many points as possible. So the way it works is that in early January, there is a kickoff event, which essentially is your organization goes and watches a live stream in person or can watch it at home. And that live stream is streamed by FRC and is pretty much the game rules and what the game is going to be for that year. So from there on out, you're given the rules, you're able to start building your bot. That's essentially day 1. The second that live stream gets done, it's time to build. And you don't really have much time because you have roughly around 6 weeks, depending on which event you're going to, but 6 weeks for the first regional event. And trust me, 6 weeks might seem like a lot at first, but the fact that you have to build a robot, create strategy, write the code, so many things you have to do, it really starts becoming a crunch. So you have to make sure that you are properly structuring out the time you're spending and being very productive with the way that you're spending your time. And it's really important not to just dive into the bot, because what happens if you want to change the strategy later and then you can't because the bot has already been built and it'd be too much time lost. So it's important to fully prepare before actually starting to build the bot. I actually have a whole video up here on things to do for the rookie season and how to properly be prepared for the game. So make sure that you're properly prepared for the competition, watch the video. But aside from the point, let's get back to the guide. So then it's build season from January until pretty much all of February, minus the last 3 days. You and your team are going to be building and non-stop building. You're just going to want to get as much work as possible. That is your goal. Generally, a good guideline would be to get the full bot done by mid-February. So from mid-February to the competition itself, that would be a perfect place to run tests and modify different components in your robot so you're not trying to rush everything last second. So there are 2 main models of the FRC. The way it works is that you have a regional model and a district model, and I'll get into regional first. So the regional one is the one that you can see in my vlogs, and pretty much the way it works is that it's the standard, get it all done in 2 to 3 days. The way it works is that you have 2 to 3 days of competition, and you are just fully fully just working every day, pretty much from 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. on a Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday is the day where they actually do the awards. You do the beginning games, the championship games, and then the awards. So Saturday ends a bit earlier, and if you didn't qualify, you're actually gonna leave at 1 or 2 p.m. if you want to leave early. But yeah, that's sort of the full halt competition where you just get there and just get it done with. And the regional one is that I have participated in 2, and I'm actually going to do another one in Idaho coming in the next week. But now the district model is a bit different. I actually haven't competed, and my team itself hasn't competed in the district model. So this is off my research from FRC, so I'm not 100% sure, but this is what I've collected. Essentially, the teams who compete in the district model compete in 2 to 3 smaller qualifying events. And the way it works is that after each of those events, they gain a certain amount of ranking points, and those ranking points can tally up throughout the season, and to qualify, you have to have a certain amount of ranking points. So what they do is they get the top ranked teams who have the most amount of ranking points, and then those are the people who get selected for the championship. You only have one outside of the US, which is in Ontario, Canada. You have another one in Indiana, another one in Seattle, Washington, and then you have another one in Michigan and another one in New England. There's a lot mainly on the East Coast of the United States. So yeah, that's pretty much how the competition itself works. So obviously, to go to the championship round in Houston, you have to win your regional round or be the team with the highest amount of ranking points in the district. You can also actually earn a wild card, which, like I said, I'm not very familiar with how this works, so I don't want to go in too much depth. But pretty much, if a team has already qualified for Houston, the wild card can be playing some dynamic. But once again, check the link down below. And then also there is a waitlist, and few teams can win a waitlist lottery. But pretty much, you have the championship round in Houston, Texas, where teams all over the world, the best of the teams internationally, go to Houston and compete. And inside of Houston, there's actually different divisions which they get split into, and the winner of each go further and hopefully win Houston. My team hasn't gone to Houston yet, so I once again don't have too much info on that. But if I do, I'll for sure release a whole ton of videos on that. So keep your eyes out peeled for the Idaho vlog to see if we ended up making it to Houston. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the year ranking. We have the beginning where it's the kickoff event, you have regional rounds, you have your district rounds, and if you make it high enough points in the district or you win in the regional, then you go to Houston. It's also good to mention that in the regional, your team can participate as many times as it wants. Obviously, it needs to pay a fee, but you have to travel, but you can go to as many regionals as long as if there's a space available. And it's also important to keep in mind that every year the game changes, new rules, and normally it's based on some sort of event element. So last year's was called Crescendo, which was on music as crescendo. The game is based off of that year's sort of topic. So last year was sound, so we had these music discs. It doesn't actually have anything to do with music, but it's more of the game premise itself, and the objects are called music discs. You're supposed to score the discs. There's not really anything to do with playing music or anything like that. So for this year's, it's actually called Reefscape, where its whole premise is about the ocean. You pretty much have the idea of coral, algae, all that good stuff to get points. And now, since I'm talking about the game, I can actually dive deeper into how the game works and the team and the system. So the way the game works is that your team will be aligned with 2 other teams, and that will create one team. You're either the blue team or you're the red team, and then you play against 3 other teams which are also combined. So if you're the blue team, you're playing against the red team, and if you're the blue team, there's 3 bots. So your team's bots, another team, and then another team. So that's your alliance. That's what they call it, an alliance, where you're all together as one. And then on the other team, you have obviously 3 different bots. The way it works is that those teams are randomly selected in the first place, and you get to play with random teams. You connect with them and build that relationship on that game. So for the practice games and the qualification games, those alliances are picked for you. However, once you are qualified, then it is an elimination round. So the way it works is that if you're in the top 8 teams, you automatically are kind of like the captains. If you've ever played basketball, soccer, the way it works is that you have the 8 teams, which are the top 8 in the round, at least for the regional. And then the way it works is that those teams are each separate, and as a captain, they pick 2 of the teams from the remainder of the 40-something teams, which are competing in general, 50 teams. Then those teams get taken up, and obviously normally it's around just the 26, 28 teams, which are actually even able to be selected. So your best bet is to obviously get into the top 8 teams, but that is very difficult. If you're in the top 8, once the qualification matches are over, you're automatically qualified.